I saw them, the children, dressed in torn red uniforms, their faces, white as masks, standing right in front of the carousel, and no one else saw them, only me. I don't know if I'm telling this story, or if it's making me tell it. That summer night, it was me, Lena, Josh, and Emmy. We came to Crimson Park, this amusement park on the edge of town. It had just reopened, after being shut down for an electrical accident. Or at least, that's what they said. Lena was excited. She wanted footage for her vlog. "Let's film the legendary haunted house at night," she said. So, we ignored the warnings, the signs, the rust. We stepped through the gate as the sky turned dark. The lights were still on, but flickering, more red than yellow. And I swear I felt it, like someone had just been standing beside me, and then vanished. The first ride we tried was the Ferris wheel. It looked ancient, rusted through, but somehow it still worked. There was no staff, no ticket booth, just open cabins. Silently waiting, we got on anyway. And as we rose into the air, I looked across to the cabin facing us. 4 children were sitting there, dressed in red, not moving, their faces blank, white, their eyes wide and black, like holes. I blinked, and they were gone. When we came down, Lena didn't get off. Her cabin was locked, completely silent. We thought maybe she'd jumped out early. Maybe it was a prank. But something felt wrong. Really, really wrong. We searched everywhere, but Lena was just gone. The next building nearby was the Mirror House. Maybe she went in there. It was dark, too quiet. The mirrors weren't right. I saw myself, but not myself. One version of me was smiling. Another was crying. One had no eyes. I couldn't move. Josh walked ahead. He stopped. "Lena, where are you?" he yelled, and then he punched the mirror. And that's when a hand, a tiny, white hand, reached out from the side and grabbed him. I didn't even hear him scream. He just vanished. Emmy and I ran. We didn't say anything. We didn't have to. It was just the two of us now, me and Emmy. We ended up in this playground. Everything painted red. Red slides, red swings, red paint, or maybe not paint. The swings moved by themselves. The rocking horse had something smeared across the neck. And then we saw them, the children in red, standing still, watching us. One of them held a doll. It looked exactly like Emmy. Same dress, same ponytail, same expression. Emmy broke. She dropped to her knees, started mumbling like a child. Play again with me." I called her name, but she didn't look up. And the children started to move. I couldn't do anything. I ran. I didn't know where else to go. The Ferris wheel was still turning, like it had never stopped. Maybe if I went back, maybe I could end it or escape. The cabin door opened for me. No one inside. But when I stepped in, they were already there. 4 children sitting across from me, wearing my friend's clothes. Lena's top, Josh's jacket, Emmy's cardigan, and the last one wore my bracelet. They smiled, and then the door closed. Quietly, firmly. The cabin rose. I screamed, but no one heard me. If you ever see an amusement park at night, just don't go in. That place, it belongs to them now. The children in red are still enjoying their time.
I thought I knew everything about this street. The corners, the noises, the people, especially the woman next door. Every morning, I'd see her kneeling among her mustard green, hands in the soil, eyes gentle and distant. The perfect mother, people said. A quiet husband, a sweet little girl, a garden that bloomed all year round. But silence, can be a very loud thing. You know what haunts me most? I was the one who introduced them. She was the quiet type, shy, alone. He looked lost and charming in a broken kind of way. I thought they'd save each other. Turns out, I handed her the knife. I just didn't know it yet. At first it was subtle. A broken dish, a door slammed too hard, excuses like he's tired or work is hard lately. Then I saw her fingers, bent wrong, a bruise just peeking under her collar. She laughed it off. I stayed quiet. We all did. That's what shame does in small neighborhoods. It keeps things quiet. Then came the night I heard her scream. Not just pain, fear, raw and animal. I heard him shouting. Something crashed. Then a child crying. Short, sharp, then choked off. I pressed a pillow to my ears. And the next day, silence. No footsteps. No yelling. No late night arguments through the wall. Just nothing. And that nothing lasted. She told me he left for work. Smiled too fast. Smiled too long. Her daughter didn't speak anymore. Just sat and drooped. At night I saw her in the yard, digging, not planting, digging. One morning I asked for some greens. She gave them to me without looking up. That night I went into her yard. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. Beneath the soil, a belt still intact, the kind men wear with tucked-in shirts and ego. And deeper still, the smell of rot under compost. I turned, and she was standing there. No fear, no anger, just stillness. Like she'd been waiting for me to understand. I never told anyone. I didn't call the cops, didn't ask questions. I just nodded, took the greens, walked home. I watched her garden bloom that spring, watched her daughter draw with color again. And I thought, maybe some things need to be buried. Some things grow better that way.
Luna always dreamed of being famous, not the slow kind of fame, but explosive. Just one night, from nobody to TikTok icon, she believed all she needed was one unique idea. For weeks, she chased trends obsessively, dancing, challenges, NPC skits, drama bait. But nothing worked. A few dozen views, a handful of likes, just another forgettable girl in a sea of viral queens, until one night, she saw it. An old, blurry video, randomly played. No username. A girl was dancing, but her body twisted unnaturally, like something was pulling her limbs, her eyes hollow. One caption sat below the clip. "Dance for your dream. Pay with your soul." Luna hesitated. She knew this wasn't normal. She shouldn't keep watching. But one thought drowned out all the warnings in her head. If I'm the first to copy this, I'll go viral. She replayed, saved, and started to practice. From that night on, things started feeling off. The lights flickered, her phone lost signal every time she danced, and in the mirror, she saw herself smiling. But it wasn't her smile. It didn't belong to her face. Still, Luna hit Go Live. Her first live stream, just a few moves in, and the views exploded. 10,000, 50, over 100,000. Comments poured in like a flood. She's ours now. Don't stop. Her eyes are gone. Luna's hands began to tremble. She reached for the screen, but her body didn't obey. Her limbs kept dancing. Her joints moved on their own. Something else had taken control. Luna didn't know. The dance wasn't a trend. It was a summoning ritual, sealed and forgotten. All it needed was a willing dancer, and thousands of eyes watching at once. Her live stream became the final key. The lights went out, and behind her, shadows appeared. Hundreds of bodies, all dancing in perfect sync. Then, a whisper came from her phone. "Welcome home." Luna tried to stop, but her legs kept moving. Then, her arm twisted backward. Crack, she gasped, but the smile on her face stayed frozen. Her body bent and jerked, each joint snapping into the rhythm. She was in agony, but she kept dancing. That night, Luna vanished from the internet, but the video didn't. It was clipped, re-uploaded, shared, copied. A week later, a new trend was born, numbered Dance of the Forsaken. From Paris to LA, teens mimicked the dance. At first, for fun, then, unable to stop, their eyes faded, one by one. All Luna wanted was to be seen. A few more views, a few more followers. That's all she thought it would take to change her life. But the price was her soul. And now, thousands more are dancing the same path she took.